Computer. All right, we are recording. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing very well. Welcome to Healthy Tips for Couples. So this class is going to be a little two-parter. Today is actually just things that we can do together with our spouse, our partner in life. And the Tuesday night class, which will be next week, will be all about the essential oils. So in case you and I have not met, my name is Jen. I am the owner and operator of Well Oiled Machine, and I have been teaching essential oils for 3 years. So I am very excited to bring this webinar for you today because these are actually some tips that I use within my marriage. And not that I am a guru, because good Lord, I am just a student just like everybody else, but it is super awesome just to share with you some things. So what's going to happen is we'll go through the material, and then at the end I'll unmute everybody. And then if you would like to share what works for you, because we all learn from each other. So you will also get this webinar in a email form replay in case you missed some details, or if you're like me, I just like to sit and listen, and then I go back and listen again, take some notes. Please feel free to do so. But I'm going to do some screen sharing. It's just like we did last month, and that way you can see a little bit of what we're doing here. All right, let me just get all set up here. And then we are going to, oh wait, nope, not that. Cancel, no, we'll do this one. Start the presentation. Go, go, gadget, go. Hopefully this is gonna work today. All right. All right, I hope you guys can see all of this. So again, healthy tips for couples. So I'm super excited to be here. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you guys have something special planned for your family and your partner. So let's get started, shall we? So what does it mean to be healthy? So many people just think of just, their overall health, their condition of their bodies or whatever. But have you ever thought of your emotional health also to be just as important? How about your mentally? How about physically? All three of them. But physical health or healthy has a lot to do also with nutrition, your daily habits, your exercise, and of course, sufficient sleep. As somebody who worked the night shift for many years, I never really truly understood the value of enough sleep until I went off of that night shift. And it was just amazing the amount of healing that my body had to go through. But enough about me, let's go. So our daily habits are just as important as literally, whatever we feed our body. And I'm talking a little bit more than just nutrition. I'm talking a lot about what you put in front of your face. So what are you watching on TV? What type of media are you consuming? What songs do you listen to? The people that you share your space with. So important. That is all part of the bigger picture of health. So regardless of how we define being healthy, everybody wants to feel better, right? For me, when I am I healthy? Of course, I'm always looking at, my sleep, the quality of my sleep. Am I getting good sleep? Do I wake up, feel rested? How is my stress level? We all have stress, no matter we're working from home or we work out of the house, or you're the stay-at-home mom, or you are living life. You are breathing oxygen, you have some sort of stress. So also I define how healthy I am fitting is in my clothes. Do those jeans feel good on? Because if you look good and you feel good, then you have that reception of healthy. The other thing I've really been diving into this year is my relationships. The relationships that I'm having with people, not only in my home, that means my children, my husband, but also the people that I'm sharing a cup of coffee with, or even just sitting here with you. You're all part of my life. So we all partner in health and wellness. And what better way to partner with your partner, the person you do life with, your teammate? You know, I am definitely in partnership with my husband. He is my teammate. So when you are working together or having a community of people who are working together, you are actually going to be more successful because we are all working for a common goal. So you can root each other on. You can be a little competition with each other. You can really work together. I mean, seriously, we as human beings are not meant to work alone. Never. And when we work as a pack, because we're a pack animal, I know, silly that we think about ourselves that way, but we are. But it's super exciting to have those teammates when you have in life of being a part of a community. You do really, truly achieve your goals. So the biggest thing is to, when you're working together, make sure you understand each other's points of view. You want to establish that win-win. You're going to win, and so is your partner in life. You know, so when you have a goal that you are working together, then and you understand what each other's expectations are, what you want, what you are doing, then it's amazing how you can achieve those goals. Also recognize, you know, like my goals compared to what my husband's are completely different, but I can be his accountability partner. I can help him achieve what he's wanting to do. Just like, for instance, we go out for sushi. I am a low carbohydrate eating person, but he is not. So, you know, we go out and he goes, oh, I know sushi will be okay because you can get sashimi without the rice. So that, and he's keeping me on track because we're working together for that. And of course, we have to be patient, right? I mean, I'm always kind of like the steering of the family, which direction we're going to go in nutrition wise or healthcare wise. And I have to be patient that my husband's going to catch up eventually. But he needs to do his own research on his own time. I may be a little faster, but that's okay. But I need to remind myself that I need to be patient. And then, of course, let's make it fun. You know, the best thing is we, you know, I mean, we are walking through this life with people together. Let's make it fun and enjoyable. So, of course, we've all heard these work smarter, not harder. And it's super awesome to work together and have those goals together. And of course, we want to have those SMART goals. Now, if you've been around any time of this world, you know what a SMART goal is. Is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? You know, is it timely? So for instance, I was just talking to my husband about doing that. I did a 40-hour fast last week. And he looked at me like I was crazy. And he just, but he says, I don't think I can do that just because of my, you know, the way he eats and things like that. And that's totally okay. But it was not realistic for him. And I have to respect that in the end. So I really, really recommend that when you are having some sort of goals with your spouse, make sure that you understand what he needs. Remember, we want to seek to understand each other. Because when we understand each other, we all have a win-win. And in order to do that, you have to be emotionally connected to each other without looking through your glass of values, I guess. So, let me go back one more here. So let me just tell you a little bit about what my husband and I do. So my husband and I will be celebrating 17 years of marriage this year. And every anniversary from the time that we were first, you know, married, year one, we always go out for dinner. And We get to go out for dinner because we want to get away from the distractions of the house. And we have a strategy meeting. I know that sounds really silly to do that on your anniversary, but we do. And we talk about what was good and what was bad about the previous year, and what do we want to do the next year. Do we want to do the same things, or are we changing those things? And let me tell you, it has been really, really interesting, because right around our 7th year of marriage, let's back that up. Right around our 5th year of marriage, I was working at the veterinary hospital. I was a veterinary anesthetist at UC Davis at the vet school. And when I was probably not the best person. And I remember this conversation because it completely derailed my life. At the time, I'd been working in veterinary medicine for 14 years. And he grabs my hand and he says, "Honey, I love you. Happy anniversary. But if you continue working in veterinary medicine, it's probably going to kill us." And I was shocked that he did that. But again, he had this, it was not a great idea for our family to continue with me working in veterinary medicine. He goes, "You work 16-hour days, you're on your feet all the time." And then he went on and on and on and told me about how I was being at the house. I took that conversation a little bit back, kind of like, wow, this is my life calling, and I've always loved doing this job, and how am I not supposed to, continue forward? But I took what he said as how to make our family better. Now, it was kind of rough, but we've continued to do that every single year. Now, about 2 years ago, I said the same thing to him. But of course, it was about me again. And I just said, "Honey, if I continue to do my current job that I'm doing," I was working nights at the time, "I'm probably not going to be the best wife nor mom to our family unit." And he heard me, and he listened, and he really kind of thought about what we needed to do in order for me and our family to take the next step. So I encourage you to sit down and have that honest conversation with each other, because it's amazing to really have that conversation that is, I don't know if I hope I'm recording. I don't think I am. Okay, maybe I am. I don't think I am. Oh, no, I am recording. Good. Okay, good. Ooh, sorry, I just had that thought like, oh, no, I probably forgot to record. So anyway, I'm encouraging you just to have that strategy session with your teammate. So let's keep going. So this has kind of made me laugh a little bit, because when I took the Gallup Strength Finders, my third strength is competition. And I laughed a little bit just because of the fact that I love competition. I will not lie. So what more fun it is to have a little bit of a competition with your teammate, your partner in life. Now, I'm not saying get rude and crazy and like beat each other down. Be supportive with each other. But let's say if you want to, maybe you do help with your finances, maybe boycott eating out for a month. I won't go to Starbucks for a month. I won't go to a restaurant for a month. I won't, I'll drink more water for a month. I will walk every day, for a month. I will spend 15 minutes of meditation, and set those fun goals. And of course, it's something that you guys have to agree on. But seriously, it is so fun. Now, my husband and I, we did Taekwondo together. And it was funny because there were some things that he did so much better than I did. And I was like, oh, it really kind of got me. And I was like, I need to get better at this. I need to get better at this. And in the end, he won anyway. But because he helped me to get better in my skills, to do work, exercise a little bit harder, to really help my flexibility, he really made me a better martial artist. Now, the funny thing is I'm a book reader. I love to read books, and my husband is not. Now, I'm currently reading The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and I'm about, I don't know, 50 pages from completing that book. And every week he always tells me, so what should I read now? And I said, you got to read this book. It's really good. You know, you can really apply it to your daily life. And he actually was like, okay, I will probably read this book, because every month for the last 8 months, he's been bringing these books home from work, and he's just like, got another book. And he, of course, he never read them, but you know what? I did, and then I'd give him the synopsis, and it was really, really good. So again, competition with each other, it can always be fun. Make it fun, enjoyable, something that you enjoy doing together. Let's talk about nutrition. Nutrition is the basics of everything, right? What we put in our mouth is either hurting us or healing us. It's nothing in between. So, what did my family do on this? There was a time in our life where we got super busy. We're super busy right now. We got 3 sports going right now for my kids. My husband and I are going like this, and we got to figure out what we're going to do. Well, what the best way we have been able to do is get that on Sunday. We get a piece of paper out. We write the 7 days, the week. We put our calendar on the week of every single day, you know, what my husband's doing, what I'm doing, what my kids are doing. And then we write out, okay, what do we want for dinner? And let me tell you, this has been so helpful, because on days that I'm not home, my husband knows what to make. And I'm not a meal prepper. I wish I was. I wish I could meal prep. And I probably should do it, you know, from time to time. However, I just have not been good at that. But I can plan a meal, making sure that we have plenty of fruits and vegetables, making sure we have our lean proteins and our meats and stuff. And then my husband, he's not a cooker, but if I can print out a recipe, he can follow the recipe. And that has been so good for us, because we are able to fuel our body with amazing nutrition and able to meet all of our deadlines and appointments for the week. And so my husband can cook, even though he doesn't like to. And I make sure to get the grocery shopping done and all the meals and things done as well, while we live our busy life. Remember that healthy lifestyle, we want to live healthy. We want to fuel our bodies so that way we can maintain this crazy life that we are having. And here we go with meal plan examples. So, you know, I do go Google. You know, I have an Instant Pot. Let's say, and today I have chicken out. I'm going to say chicken recipes for Instant Pot. And then Google comes up with some recipes and things like that. Pinterest. Who loves Pinterest? I will admit, I am not a Pinterest creative woman. But I love that the Pinterest is there. It's a great opportunity for us to get some great recipes. Same thing. Go on to Pinterest, chicken recipes, and voila, it's good. There you go. Now, right now, we do follow the keto lifestyle. So I do the chicken keto recipes, and Pinterest has so many. It's amazing. Really, really amazing. So don't be afraid to get on that Google search bar, even though you want to spice things up. So last night, for instance, I made a chili. Now, I make a good chili already, but I felt like a new chili recipe. So I'm dishing it out last night, and I said, hey, I'm checking a new recipe out. Let me know if this is going to be, am I going to pin this to my board, or am I going to just delete it? Well, we ate, and everybody said, the boy said, that was good, Mom. And Tom was like, I like your chili better. Okay, so I didn't pin that. So there's so many opportunities and resources for meal planning. Date night. Who needs a date night? Yes. So we can get them when we can, right? My kids are going to be 10 years old, and literally this has been the first time that we're starting to really get good at getting our date night, or date day, date night, whatever. Ours have a tendency to be on every other Sunday after we drop off the boys from church. We come home, I feed them lunch, and then my husband and I leave. And we are able to just go and whether it's going to be, walk in the mall or going for a meal. And it's super awesome to spend that time together. Uninterrupted time, except for the waiter or waitress, right? But you don't have your kids needing anything, your distractions from your phone or the laundry or the dusting or the cleaning or whatever, or the kids running around or the emergency that happens. Take that time. It's super awesome to be there. So the conversations that we have in restaurants for us is amazing. We can have some really good conversations just because we don't have those distractions. And then, of course, share with your friends. If you need to have some time, have help with your kids, just say, hey, if you can watch my kids this week, I'll watch yours next week. And really work together with your community. Because remember, your community does get better. The other thing I like about date night or date day is that sometimes I'm just bored of the same recipes I make at home. And I want a new recipe. So let's go try on a new restaurant. We have all these beautiful restaurants in our community. Go check them out. It's really, really awesome. All right, so stock up on something good. So I used to be a soda drinker. I quit soda many, many years ago, but I needed something different. And then, just not too long ago, I have always, if I had a choice, if somebody says beer or wine, I would always go with beer. Loved it. But I wanted to really clean up my diet, clean up my gut. And my husband, it turned out he's not much of a beer drinker either. So now we don't have beer in the house. But I'm like, I need a beer. So what do you exchange for that? I have found that I really enjoyed kombucha. Now, it's funny how kombucha to me, it's a texture thing. It has those bubbles on the mouth. It has the great crisp taste, nice and cold, perfect. To me, that was a good substitute. So changing eating habits is easier when you have somebody helping you. Remember I told you the story about my husband saying that he wants sushi, and he picked sushi so that way I don't have to eat rice. And I thought that was to be very, very, it touched me very much that he did that for me, because it's easier to stay on track when you have someone to help you. So let's see. I wrote all my notes and I just talked about them. So we're doing good. How many of us exercise with our partners? When Tom and I first started dating, we had a gym membership. And a weird thing is we did go to the same gym. We just didn't know it. We didn't know each other, and then our paths were crossing and things like that. And when we first were dating and then into our married life, we always went to the same gym, and we went together. And it was really great to have that camaraderie, again, working with your partner together. And you don't have to do some crazy, CrossFit stuff or whatever. It's just get together moving. In the beautiful days that we're having now, it's all about, we go for a family walk, being together, no cell phone, getting away from the distractions of the house and connecting together. And it has been really great. And some of the best conversations we have is when we actually exercise together. I am really trying to get my husband to try yoga, but we'll see, because I am loving yoga. And it has done some amazing things for my mental health and my flexibility. It's been amazing, but we'll see. So you get quality time, and then of course safety. So when we were first, when we were doing some working out, some form things, I can watch his form, he can watch my form to make sure that we're staying safe, and also keeping up motivation. There's nothing better than when I'm down and Tom is excited to go to the gym. He just says, hey, let's go to the gym. And I look at him like, all right. And it's great because he's making me get there. And then once I'm getting going and moving, it's all okay. Of course, having a little bit more we have respect for each other, and just working together as a team. And it truly is a bonding experience. Plus, when you work out, those beautiful hormones that are in our body are released and makes our brain happy. And when we're working out and our brain is happy and we look over and we see the people that we love, it's a connection. It's awesome. Really awesome. So there's tons of resources that you can do. If you don't want to go to a gym, there's so many exercise, resources you have. There's apps, there's Google, there's YouTube, seriously, it's whatever type of workout you like, whether it's yoga or Pilates or CrossFit or HIIT stuff or, whatever, kickboxing, literally whatever, there is a resource out there for you. It's just a matter of getting to that. So let's talk a little bit about partner yoga. I know. Even though I keep trying. I keep inviting. I'll be in downward dog and my husband comes down the stairs and I go, hey, I got another mat if you'd like to join me. And he's like, no, that's okay. Don't want to interrupt your time. But I'm like, oh my gosh. But let me just give you some benefits of partner yoga. It'll cultivate physical and emotional support within your relationship. You learn to let go of expectations and accepting one's capabilities. Like I still can't put my heels down in downward dog, but I'm still doing it. And I feel better and I'm done. Improving self-awareness. I can't tell you how much that yoga has really, truly changed my life. Just by the self-awareness of how I'm sitting, awareness of what's coming out of my mouth, awareness of how I'm looking, sounding, and feeling towards people. Really, truly, it's been amazing. And when you have learned to trust yourself, and then you learn to trust your partner, even more so on an emotional, spiritual connection, it's absolutely amazing. I recommend it. Then also you can enhance playfulness. So there was a time, I know this is going to be crazy, but when I was trying to do the candle pose. Now, if you don't know what the candle pose is, you're basically got your feet way up in the air and you're kind of like doing a reverse headstand, but you're on your shoulders. And I'm trying my best to get up there, and I'm trying. And Tom was there when I was trying, and I keep trying, and I keep trying, and he's probably giggling. He's totally giggling at me. But in the end, I ended up able to stick the candle pose. And in the end, he sat there and just was clapping away, rooting me on. And that to me is amazing. We laughed at each other, but we celebrated each other. Because let me tell you, yoga makes you do so much fun things. And then, of course, it's just memories making fun. So move a little every day. Do something every day with each other. Whether it's just going for a walk, a little bike ride, take kids with you if you need it. Just how about a post-dinner walk? I know during the summer, I eat dinner, and then I love just to go and take a walk. This time of year, it's really cold. I love to put the kids to bed, and we can grab a beverage and go sit in the spa and have just conversation. Again, getting away from the distractions of everything that's in front of us. The social media, the television, the books, the alarms going off around the house because you got to rotate the laundry. Just get rid of it and enjoy each other's company. But being together is always a good thing. Find out what each other's likes together, and then you can go, okay, I'll try that. Because I know there's been some things I've had to try that Tom's like, we should try this. This will be fun. And I'm looking at him going, Taekwondo? Really? But it's all good. So rest is just as important as go, 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 right? Our society is always like multitask, do, go, multitask, do, go, multitask, do, go. Right? Some of you are probably on a working lunch. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and here you are on your working lunch, and you're listening to me, multitasking. But there are times where rest is just equally as important. I love football season. You want to know why I love football season? Because we come home from church, we turn on the TV, and we do nothing for the rest of the day but watch football. And it's awesome because we're in our pajamas, we're just together, we can have conversation if we need to, but we're resting. Rest is just as important as go, go, go. Yeah. So when we're not in the summer, just to let you know, in the summer when we can't get in the spa, because I will not get in the spa when it's 100 and something degrees outside, we float in the pool, and we'll have a beverage, and I'll hold on to one toe, and he'll hold on to the other toe, and then we bob in the pool, but we're still together, we're still talking, we're still enjoying each other's company without the distractions of the house. Meditation. This is my lifelong goal, to get Tom to meditate. But what can meditation help with? It can help with balancing out your physical well-being, strengthen your immune system. So I've been meditating now for since April of last year. And, you know, everybody around us this time of year is getting so sick, and we're not. And I'm not doing anything different than I have done from years past, but meditation is the one thing that's been the most different, I guess. That did not make sense, but you know what I mean. And so anyway, the meditation, controlling of the brain, your thoughts, everything that you're thinking about, what you're dwelling on, what you're hopeful about, whether your dreams are about. Meditation really, really does strengthen the immune system. And it's sad or funny in some ways that people are around me and they're, oh, I'm sorry, don't get too close, I'm sick. And I truly feel that it's okay, because I'm not going to get sick because of everything that I've been putting into practice every day. Meditation refines the communication of your body. You have that self-awareness of what is going on with yourself. Oh, you improve your memory and focus. And oh my goodness gracious, yes, so true. You enhance your self-esteem and your confidence. Absolutely. Provide you with greater sense of compassion and empathy towards others. You amplify your feelings of optimism and happiness. Because when I do my meditation, there is a gratitude piece in there. And it's amazing to really, truly start your day in a state of gratitude. And then, of course, you benefit creatively. So when I was in veterinary medicine, I had a large creative brain. There's many things that I would create in my life. And then when I went to my next career, my creative brain died. And it was, if people didn't say, hey, this is what you need to do, X, Y, and Z, I could not think outside the box. And now that I have been stepping away more into this stage of my life of meditation and really enjoying self-awareness, my creative brain is coming back. So I encourage you, meditation is not, you do not need to spend hours to do this. You do not even need to spend 15 minutes to do it. Studies have shown that if you are sitting at a desk, the only time that you are productive is 50 minutes, 50. So if you sit at your desk every day, like I do sit at my desk every day, and I have an Alexa with, playing some music next to me, I will sit in my butt in my chair, which I'm currently sitting in, and I will look at Alexa, and which she's going to turn on. And sorry, I should probably mute her. So what I do is I'll just say, Alexa, set a timer for 50 minutes. And then she does that. And then when I come off of that I do 50 minutes of work. My creative brain is there. And then 50 minutes. And then I'm noticing that I'm getting a little antsy, a little tired. I probably need to stretch my shoulders and my neck. And then I will step away from my desk every 50 minutes. And when I'm done, I will stand up. Some people will call it mountain pose. And I will close my eyes. And anywhere that I'm having tension, I will tap. My tension is usually in my jaw. And I will close my eyes and just go release, 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 And then I would go and after, when I feel myself releasing, I go to the bathroom, get something to eat, get something to drink, and go back to my desk for 50 minutes. That takes me probably about 5 minutes, 10 minutes of just stepping away from my desk. And then the next 50 minutes is amazingly creative. So try this with your partner. Maybe at bedtime, when you guys are getting ready for bed, you can just do a little bit of just, okay, release from the day. How was your day? Now we can actually have our real conversation about our day, right? Because our kids aren't here. Because my husband and I cannot talk about our day in front of our kids. There's some things that happen in our days. So we do that. And at the end of the day. And then I meditate. And he always like, I should probably try that. You should. Let's go. Close your eyes. Oh, there we go. I already talked about this partner meditation. Now, I love this one because it says read a book together. But I will tell you, we have TV shows we watched together. And it was great. It was so fun. Because remember when Dancing with the Stars first came out? And people were like, Emmett Smith were on, and one of the, some of the dancer people were on. I can't even remember. That was so long ago. Well, we would watch that show together. We had each of our favorites. We're like, I'm rooting for this guy and that one. It was a great bonding experience. It was so fun. We actually had a good time. How about Orange County Choppers? Yep, we watched them, loved them. We watched every single episode, and even they're starting to record again. And we actually started watching them again, and it was funny because we had that bond that we associated. Dancing with Stars, Orange County Choppers. What is that other one? The Fishing Show, Deadliest Catch. We associate these three shows with being together, or Blue Bloods. That one too. We really loved it, and we wouldn't watch an episode without each other because we want to watch it together. And it's great because the phones are away, the TV's on, but the cell phone is gone, the kids are in bed, and we can actually go, I like that, I like this, okay, and have conversation. It's so awesome. So I did talk a little bit about gratitude, but let me talk to you a little bit about what I do with my kids. So about a year ago, I was realizing my kids right now are 9 years old. They're twin boys. They're in 4th grade. And in 3rd grade, a little bit, probably at the end of 2nd grade, I was really noticing that their environment is just as stressful as ours. They have a different stress level, obviously, because they don't have to pay bills. But their hearts were stressed. And every day for the last 3 years, actually, what I've done is I've written 3 things I'm grateful for. And I was realizing that my children couldn't name anything that they were thankful for every day. And so now what we do is when we're driving to school, what are you excited about for today? What are you thankful for today? And now my kids will say, I'm thankful for joy. I'm thankful for the rain in the sky because that means we are going to have an amazing summer. That was today's. So I encourage you, you don't have to say it out loud, but I encourage you to take a notebook out and just write 3 things every single day that you're thankful for. It doesn't matter if it's your shirt or the food that's in your, whatever, the cup of coffee in the morning so that way you can actually wake up. It doesn't matter. You're starting your day with that heart of gratefulness, that heart of gratitude. And when we start really looking around us and what is good in our life, we see more of it. And when we are seeing each other, like from person to person, we actually see what's good from each other, how we view each other, instead of looking at each other in a negative light, because there's so much negative in this world. Let's not look at the negative. Let's look at what you're grateful for. So yes, seeing is believing. I know. We have to see it in order to believe it, right? Absolutely. So when we have our, what do we want to do in our life right now? My husband and I, we really want to redo the kitchen. So we took pictures of kitchens that we liked and put them up on the wall. How about a family mission statement? Have you thought about maybe doing that and constructing that for each other, for your family? So that way everybody makes the decisions for your family together using that mission statement. Is playing baseball going to accomplish what we value most in our family? We're together, we're getting exercise, and it really truly is a family affair when my boys were playing baseball or basketball. So another thing too is, how about trips that you want to go on? We really want to go and see Pearl Harbor. My grandfather was at Pearl Harbor when the attack occurred, and thankfully he lived. But I've never walked on Pearl Harbor to see what that is. And I would love to take the kids there. So that's on a vision board for us. We need a new vehicle to pull the boat we have. So that's on our vision board too. When we keep the things that we need or want in our life, or a desire, have our heart on, or what we're thankful for, when we're putting it in front of our face, it's in front of our face and we see it every day. And it's working on your subconscious to make it come true. For the last 3 years, I have written down goals that I want to achieve by a certain date. And for the last 3 years, because I've written those things and kept them in front of my face, whether it's written on my mirror on a dry erase or things in my board, those things have come true every year. All right, more health tips. Have a meal together every day. Well, mostly every day, because we're busy family just like you guys. Sit together as a family at your kitchen table. We have game night. Be together. Do something together. At least once a week. Do something together. So I know that this is probably, you're probably like, well, you're an essential oil lady and we didn't talk about essential oils at all. You're right. I know. But I wanted to touch on this because I think that this is a vital portion, a segue to our class on Tuesday night, which will be on Facebook Live, by the way. And that is just setting the foundation of things we could do together with our spouse, couple, or family. And when the next Tuesday's class is all going to be about essential oils and how to bring the passion back. Because you know as well as I do, we get very busy and we don't make time for each other in that manner. I'll let you fill in the blank. Trying to keep it PG. So I just wanted to give you a sincere thanks for being here. And I love you all very much. So I am going to stop the screen share and unmute you. Unmute all. And I'm going to stop the recording.